Hello, everybody. I have not come to do a reflection for a while. I've been dealing with a plague from hell um, the last few weeks. I am doing a little better, even though my voice is kind of gone, but that's okay. You guys can probably understand what I'm saying. I'm reading today, again, in my little Abbey Psalms and Canticles, Psalm 45. And Psalm 45 is a psalm of a wedding. Like originally that's what it is. It's a wedding. Um sorry, but I'm coming with a kind of a fun twist that I got inspired as I was reading. So I will read the whole psalm and then I'll separate it like I normally do. It says, "My heart overflows with noble words. To the king I address the song I have made. My tongue as nimble as the pen of a scribe. You are the most handsome of the sons of men, and graciousness is poured out upon your lips. For God has blessed you forevermore. Gird your sword upon your thigh, O mighty one, with your splendor and your majesty. In your majesty ride on triumphant, in the cause of truth, meekness, and right. May your right hand show your wondrous deeds. Your arrows are sharp, people fall beneath you. In the heart of the foes of the king, your throne, O God, has endured forever. A scepter of justice is a scepter of your kingdom. Your love is for uprightness and your hatred for evil. Therefore, God, your God has anointed you with the oil of gladness above other kings. Your robes are fragrant with aloes and myrrh and cassia. From the ivory palace you're gladdened with music. The daughters of kings are those whom you favor. On your right stands the queen in gold Ophir. Listen, O daughter, pay heed and give ear. Forget your own people and your father's house. So will the king desire your beauty. He is your Lord, pay homage to him. And the daughter of Tyre shall come with gifts. The riches of the people shall seek your favor. The daughter of the king is clothed with splendor. Her robes are threaded with gold. In fine clothing she is led to the king. Behind her are her maiden companions brought to you. They are escorted amid gladness and joy. They pass within the palace of the king. Sons will be yours to succeed your fathers. You will make them rulers over all the earth. I will make your name forever remembered, though the people will praise you from age to age." All right, so now I'm going to break it down. So this is, the way I see it is, it's God, right? And it's us being married to, like, the bride to Christ. But with splendor, your majesty. Oh, in the cause of truth, of meekness, and right. So that's highlighting there what is important to God. Meekness, truth, and doing what is right. I think in my Bible I had I closed it. It had a different, it said, cause for truth, meekness, and justice. So those are the things that we're to strive for and the things that are important to God. And then it says, your arrows are sharp, people fall beneath you. So what came to me is when we're filled with the Holy Spirit, our mind and our words and our deeds are sharp. They guide people. So that's what made me think of that. And then your love is for uprightness and your hatred for evil. So his love is for justice and he hates wrongdoing. Therefore, your God has anointed you. So it's like, I feel like now he's talking to us about like the whole time he's talking to us of make sure that you stand for justice and you're not doing wrongdoing, because his love is for uprightness and he hates evil. And then your God has anointed you. He picked you. Like, you have a purpose. There's a reason why he made you for this time and this moment you were born, to the family you were born in, all the things have worked so that you become this person that he has made you for. And he's got a plan for you. And there is a point to your life and your talents. So he has anointed you. He picked you for a purpose. And then it says, from my very palace, you're gladdened with music. I think, like, to me, what this comes to mind is every time I feel bogged down or just the house feels blah, I put music and it completely lifts the mood. So I think that's kind of a little tip that he's given us to, there is something to music. So, especially like praise and worship, it completely changes the atmosphere of the house, the atmosphere of my heart. Like my heart posture completely changes. The daughters of kings are those whom you favor. So this, I think it's mainly, excuse me, mainly for women. Like this jumped out at me because we are the daughters of the king. So we are worthy. We are the daughters of the king. And then it says, listen, O daughter, pay heed and give ear. So it's understand and pay attention to what's coming. Forget your own people and your father's house. So to me, that's like, forget what people think. Forget pleasing people and please God. Forget your past or like where you came from and focus on you are an adopted daughter of God or an adopted child of God if you're a man. Like it also applies to men. Like you are adopted child of God. Like he's your new bloodline. So the king will desire your beauty. Like the king will desire the best of you. So he doesn't want the crumbs of what you've already, like you spend too much time in the world and doing all these things and reaching for all these things. And then we just give him the crumbs of going on Sunday to church. No, he wants all of you. He wants the best of you. He wants your beauty. He wants you at your, when you're freshest, when you first wake up, to pray with him and connect with him, to spend your whole day in conversation with him. Like he wants you, all of you. Like he doesn't want a divided heart. He wants a full heart. So he wants your joy, your beauty, your talents. I think that's when it says, so the king will desire your beauty. Like he will desire all of you. He is your Lord. Pay homage to him. So it's honor him with everything you do, with how you behave, with how you dress, with what you do with your time, what you're reaching for or striving for. It's all to honor him. So it says, excuse me, and the daughters of Tyre shall come with gifts. The riches of the people shall seek your favor. So that goes with that. Like once you honor him, once you give him your best, you're filled with the Holy Spirit. And people come to you for guidance. They're like, how come you have so much peace with all the crazy? And you can point them to God and all of the things that he has done for you. The daughters of the king is clothed with splendor. Her robes are threaded with gold. That's dress and act like the child of the king. Like the way you dress, the way you behave, the way you speak, all point back to the king. So it's behave, dress, act with dignity. You're worthy. Like you're the son or the daughter of the king. So it depends. That's kind of what it's saying is like act with dignity. That's who you represent. And that's who you are. So behave like it. Like don't use cuss words. Don't wear clothes that only point to your body. Like dress yourself, not in a sack of potatoes, but dress yourself nicely. Like that you highlight the beauty he's given you, but still with elegance and poise and Even men, like, dress appropriate, behave appropriate, like the son of a king or the daughter of a king. In fine clothing, she's led to the king. And in fine clothing, she's led to the king is that we won't be able to go into the presence of God unless we are clothed in purity, in dignity, in our soul is clean. Like, how's your faith? So it's like, in order to be led to the king, you have to be embody the cleanliness and the elegance that it's worth being with the king. So I think that's where like purgatory comes in, because we're like, you can't be in God's presence with like a dirty clothing. Like, it needs to be completely clean, completely like sanitized, but I don't know, I'm trying to think of a word. Like completely washed clean. And that's where like all of our attachments, all of our idols, all of our misguided things that we put our faith in, they all get burned off. So we're completely clean and only for God. So that's why it's saying, in fine clothing, she's led to the king. So it's your attitude, your soul, your faith, pureness of heart. That is your fine clothing. And that's how you're going to be able to be in the presence of God. And that's where like confession, excuse me, like confession is a way to be cleaned and cleansed and be dressed in fine clothing so you can be in the presence of God and receive the Eucharist the right way. So then it goes, behind her are the maiden companions brought to you. They are escorted amid gladness and joy. It's like we are led with gladness and joy. So it's like we should be, regardless of our circumstances, find ourselves full of gladness and joy because we're being led to heaven. Like having a heaven perspective versus a world perspective. So it's like we're going to be led to heaven. It doesn't matter whatever's happening right now. You can find something to be grateful in gladness and joy. So you can remain pure of heart. Like, it's fun how it all kind of ties together. Sons will be yours to succeed your fathers. So that, I sat with that one for a while, and then what it made me think of was, sons will be yours to succeed your fathers. Actually, in my Bible, it says, the throne of your fathers, your sons will have. So it's to be a good example for our children and for the younger generation, because they will do what they saw. They will repeat the patterns that parents have done and that family, like, not family curses, but it's more like family patterns. The next generation will repeat what the previous generation did. So they'll succeed the father, they'll inherit the son of the father. So it's how can we set our children up for success? What do we need to heal on ourselves so that we don't perpetuate certain patterns in our generations? Because whatever we do, our children are going to do. So that's be a good example for kids because they will do that. So it's set them up for success. Like, what do I need to heal? What do I need to change? What are things that I need to make sure that the next generation doesn't inherit and repeat that? And it says, you will make them rulers over all the earth. I will make your name forever remembered. I sat with, I will make your name forever remembered. Obviously, like, what came to me, the first thing that came to me was God, because like the people praise him for age to age. But then it made me think of the saints, because their names are remembered forever. So it's like, how do saints behave? How did they what did they do? How did they behave? And what are they modeling for us to repeat? And then that will succeed. You know, that goes with the throne of the Father. Like, we are the children. So it's like we imitate what we have seen. So it's like imitate what you see from the saints and how they clothe themselves with dignity and all those things. But, excuse me, it also made me think, I will make your name forever remembered. What do you want to be remembered by? Like, we're all going to be remembered for something and by something. Like, I can think of my sister and I remember her and I think of certain things. I think of my mom and I remember her and I think of certain things. And my dad, I remember him and I think of certain things. So it's like, what do I want other people to think of when they're remembering me? Like, what do you want people, kind of like the obituary, you know, that exercise of like, what would you like people to say in your funeral? So it's the same. Like, what do I want my children to remember me by or remember me as? And that can also give you a clue to what you need to work on or change, or so that they don't repeat those things. Like, I want them to make sure that they remember me by being present with them and playing with them and all these things. Then so that when they have children, they repeat that. They're a present parent. They're a positive influence in people's lives and things like that. So it's really interesting, because that after I read it and I separate it, I can see how all the things are kind of tied back together. So it's like, how do you want to be remembered by? Like, your children are watching, they're remembering what you're doing, and other people too, and they will do what you're doing. So it's like, heal whatever trauma you've got going on, anything inherited in your family. Like, just have self-awareness of what's going on, because that will help you, your attitude and your soul, and being pure of heart, so you can be in the presence of God. And then that also feeds into the dignity of how you behave and how you act, because you're the child of God, the child of the King. And that's how you honor him. So it's interesting. It's fun to go back. Sorry, I have it written like that. So it's fun to go backwards. Like, after I separate it and I sit with each line, then I go backwards and I see how they all tie together. So that's how you honor him, and how you let go of your own people and your father's house. So it's like, what in your bloodline do you need to heal? What trauma do you need to heal? All those things that you need to let go, because now you're in God's bloodline. Like, once you've been baptized and you've been accepted into his family, you are a child of God. So that is your new bloodline. But that doesn't mean you, like, there's some stuff you still need to work through. And God has anointed you. So it's like, God picked you. God has a plan for you. Like, God has anointed you for a purpose. And all of that feeds into that purpose that he has anointed you for. And his love is for uprightness and justice. And he hates, wrongdoing and hatred for evil. And then your arrows are sharp, like your mind, your words, learning from the Bible. Learning from the Bible. It's what's going to help you see what you need to change, help you sharpen those arrows so that you are ready for any spiritual attack, any thing that bubbles up that you need to heal. You have the words and the wisdom from God. Because in your majesty ride on triumphant, in the cause of truth, meekness, and right. So that is what's going to help us be meek. That's what's going to help us remain rooted in truth and do the right thing. So isn't that interesting? Anyways, so this is Psalm 45. If you read it, please share with me what comes to your mind, what the Holy what the Holy Spirit's saying to you when you read Psalm 45, it's always fun to hear whatever God's working through your heart and what He's saying to you. I really enjoy reading the comments, so please keep commenting and share these reflections or the channel with friends and loved ones. It's good. That way we're all praying, we're all glorifying God, and we're helping each other get to heaven, because that is like the main thing I say and I try to live by, is we're here to help each other get to heaven. So I hope you have a great week. Today's Monday. I don't even know what day it is today. Today's Monday. I hope you have a great week, and I will be praying for you guys, and I hope you're praying for us too. God bless.